Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual, yet stimulating. Fair, frank, and factual. And now,
broadcasting
live.
We will broadcast
live. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
Hey, let's go.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Let me know if you are hearing me. I get the audio in and out something there. Like me, I hear it in my headphone. Let me know if you're hearing me though. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 407. Really, all right. So, run another problem there. Week before, run up no earrings last week. Richie say, I hear me loud and clear. Me or the sound on the stream. Week before, run up no earrings last week. Richie say, I hear me loud and clear. Okay, it sound alright out in the stream, but in my headphone, it kind of sound away. You understand me? I say, peeps, good night. Big up on yourself. We're there, yeah.
Yeah, this is Nature. Ellis representing for Extra Class, saying we teach them. Little piece of my story, piece of Extra Class story, yeah. A piece of my life, piece of my life. Hey, teach them, I give them the story.
I mean, I say pick up to the people and we are checking.
Extra Class control country.
You hear that?
Lack no place in the city to deal with your music, I say. Did not have a place to stay, but I pray to Jah for a better day. Hey, teach them never stray. Extra Class is for the trying man and trying woman, working for a better situation. Extra Class is for the trying man and trying woman, working hard for a solution.
Yeah, man, I mean, I say all of the people that went at the building, big up on yourself. You know what I mean? My apologies for last week. I have no idea what went wrong. Well, but I've done quite a bit. Well, one, I never have my backup audio solution connected for one. Why, I'm not sure. That was on me. Secondly, I don't know exactly where the issue was. The things that I thought may be an issue, though, I went through and treated with those and cut up some wire and resolder some wire and some audio cable and from my mic and them. So, a whole heap of little things. But we're there. You understand? Me no love for my son and my headphones still, but you know say my son alright. So, big up on yourself. Yeah, man, peeps. We're there tonight. A lot has been happening in Jamaica land we love, especially on the political scene. General election is due constitutionally next year. So I guess people are now starting to position themselves and, you know what I mean, do the things them for put them in the people's thoughts and hearts. So there are a lot of things going on. The situation surrounding the Prime Minister's statutory declaration and the whole IC situation took another turn as he has filed in the Supreme Court asking for leave to seek a judicial review, something of the sort. You understand me? I said, sis, pick up yourself, good night. So a whole heap of things are going, teach a bridge light and so on. No, speaking about bridge light, I need to talk about the light situation. I not bridge it yet, but I not put it past me because right now, and everything good for talk. But I not bridge it yet. But no, say if I bridge it, I bridge it for a good cause. Cause JPS thief. You understand? So people, share the stream with some people and put it on your place them and them sitting. You know, I try to build back the stream and these things. But we're there. So we are talking about some things. Last week, I wanted to speak about the situation surrounding the sentencing of Beachy Stout, Beachy Sprout, Beachy lose him clout, and thing over in Portland there. Tell me when you go bridge it so me can circle. No, but as me say, at the end of the day, you know if you circle when me not bridge it. You understand? Big up Capricorn, Igneous, watching from London. Manners are respecting Father Errol Stewart, private figure. Father Liebert, how you doing, Mr. Pierre? Big up yourself, you know. Richie, all of the people when at the bizzle. Lady Erica, walk go on. MS, Manners. You understand me? I say, Bachelor, big up yourself, you know, me G. You understand me? I say, Moonlight, how are you doing, Empress? You understand? VM, not sure if I've seen that name before. Big up yourself, Mr. Fabulous Fitzroy. A lot of people, I big up some people, look more, you know where Matt's go. So, Beachy Stout has been sentenced to life in prison. And the judge would have deemed their actions surrounding the death of his second wife, Tonya MacDonald, as wicked and cruel. And before I go any further, blessings, Lady V. I wonder, you change your name? I'm not sure. Lady Jane, want to go on? I do a look at so I'm there, so. DNJ, you deal with youth. Others moderator. Standard moderator. Crap. I try to sit, but in a workout. Others moderator. Standard moderator. Save. Moonshine. Moonlight. All that. You understand? Hey, Lady Lorraine, how are you? Big up yourself for there. David. So tonight, as the title says, uncomfortable conversations and ugly truths. That is the base. Me just want to get the beachy stuff so one time away. Then me have some things to talk about. You understand what I say? On a serious level. The beachy thought things serious enough. Is that me have an ugly truth to talk about this, but we soon get to it. So likening the murder of Portland businesswoman Tonya MacDonald by her husband and an accomplice to that of an animal being butchered, Justice Chester Stamp said the case was among the worst of the worst for which there could be no other penalty than life imprisonment. There was a deliberateness that could only be described as wicked and cruel in the stabbing of this woman several times in her neck and chest and the cutting of her throat like an animal taken off to slaughter. The judge said, while adding that the offense involved a high degree of brutality and cruelty. Stam further highlighted that the victim's body was then set on fire as if she was not dead by then. Overkill, eh? So the murder involved a prolonged degree of suffering as this young woman fought for her life. Background so just quiet. Breaking back the seat of her car, kicking out the windscreen of the car, screaming for her mother, he added, during the sentencing hearing in the Home Circuit Court. Now, Everton Beachy Stout MacDonald, who is 69, who looked on with a fierce scowl, and the killer Oscar Barnes, 33, whose face carried a smirk, were both given life sentences with 28 years and 11 months pre-parole prison terms for the murder. And MacDonald was also sentenced to 4 years and 6 months for a conspiracy, while Barnes, a St. Mary Tyler fisherman and farmer, was sentenced to 6 years and 6 months for the same charge, which is conspiracy. And the sentences are to run concurrently. You know, they don't run consecutive sentence both here. I don't know why, but they don't do it. You understand what I'm saying? So all of these things, we're not going further into this. And blessings, lady, appreciate the continued support, first and foremost. You know what thing go. Todd Stewart, Steve Donaldson, Manners, Zane, and thing. We take some things for granted. So, I mean, probably there should be standard practice and procedures. A lot of people were of the view that nothing was going to come out of this case from the beginning of investigations, or lack thereof. A lot of people were saying a lot of things, especially concerning the fact that the accused at the time, now the convicted husband, has significant influence and sway in Portland, Port Antonio. Zane, also there were suggestions that he had police officers on his payroll and all of those things. So the director of public prosecutions at the time, the good lady Paula Llewellyn, filed a voluntary, what you call it again? I know it, you know. But she had the case transferred to Kingston, I think to the Home Circuit Court. And investigators from Kingston took up the case. Zane, so the fact is that justice has been served. When some people were saying no justice not gonna serve because Beachy have him dirty money and have police on him finger, those who led the investigation did a very good job, even though some things were kind of, you know what I mean, been up when we have observed the trial. But all in all, justice has been served. I am certain that Tonia's family, Zane, are, you know, probably relieved, happy in one sense that justice has been served. So big up to the investigators, big up to the prosecutors on this one. You know, wanna make people badmouth, get the best out, do the work and we're there. You understand? We are all happy to be surprised in this case stage. So yes, so the ugly truth is that despite all that was said, the prosecutors, the investigating officers put the thing together and the matter was ventilated through the courts. And as some people like to say, there's no justice and the courts doesn't work. Well, here is justice and here's the court working. So I know some people won't be willing to highlight and accept that it's just negativity. Them jump on and them something there. And you know what I mean? But big up to the justice system for that one here. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. And things. So that. Beachy still have him first wife murder for stand trial for. So, you know what look like, well, you know what, look like Beachy are going to really come back the side there. You understand? Well, not this side, Film side, Portland side, but the Portland side. You understand? Because, well, him I want to know, almost 70, he have to serve 28 years and some months. That don't look good. Plus, who knows what might happen. And then again, even probably if him get sentenced to him first wife murder, the sentence may run concurrently with the one him a serve right now too, because you know them do them thing about it. But yeah, one of them things. Now, speaking about Richie earlier said me a bridge RD and me a bridge light. Now I bridge no light yet. But I want to tell us last month JPS sent me one $93,000 bill. As in $93,000, bill. Generally speaking, the light bill is, so I go on, is somewhere in the region of say $65,000. And people are going to say, teacher, your light bill is so expensive. This is why the light bill is expensive. Primarily, that space here. You understand? So this is where I work. This is where you understand, spend a lot of my time. So generally, the light bill move from say 65, 66 on average. And before it made that big jump there, it used to be in the region of 45. But then we probably add some things and change out some things and them something there. So fine. Me sacrifice and pay the 65. You understand? Suck salt through the spoon like. $93,000. 93. Look, I couldn't hear me answer. So me reach, been telling one whole heap sitting with that. You understand what I say? But that long and short, that gone. See him? So that was resolved. My light bill kind of gone back now to where it's generally in the 60s, thereabout. You understand what I say? So fine. However, in all of that, I came across an article where it says JPS customers are shouldering a staggering US $28 million in stolen electricity. See, because they done say, if the bill not resolve, I want to see me on the front page of the Gleaner, the Observer, no say it's a good cause. Because my name stream, so I never hear, but I tell the people that know me and know about the situation, say, if JPS and sort out the $93,000 or something, you see me on the front of the Gleaner, the Observer, or wherever, no say I am okay with serving some time because it couldn't work. But one of the issues that everybody in Jamaica who is paying a light bill is treating with is the fact that you and I are paying for people who are extracting electricity illegally. Them are thief light. Now, I don't know that the will to stem the illegal extraction of electricity is great. And let me tell you why. Because, in my view, and tonight, everything what I said tonight, Zane, I'm going to make you know when I share my personal opinion. I share my personal opinion now. Based on my observation, the large volume of electricity theft is concentrated in communities that are quote-unquote garrison communities. And let me tell you why that is important. So it goes back down to the politicians. Who are the people who have created these garrisons? Politicians. Why? To ensure that they have concentration of votes available. Who are the people who do as best as they can to keep these garrison communities in a state of garrisonness? Politicians. Zine, these politicians who oversee these communities, they know for a fact that many residents and citizens in these communities are extracting water illegally, extracting electricity illegally, and whatever else them can extract illegally. And they turn a blind eye towards it because they have to secure them votes. So when me hear politicians come and talk about them something, I mean, I don't want to hear nothing from the family because you don't know, and it is what you guys have been doing or not doing over the years cause and don't get me wrong, you know. Whole heap of people up on the hill, them a thief light, you know. Not get me wrong. Because I know, say, people are going to say teach it. But you know, and me know, say, if you're going to many communities within the inner city, the garrison, you see why you throw left, right, and center look like a cobweb. You understand? You don't know that. So we don't need, it's just that the man them uptown kind of look more sophisticated. Then we bury them wire and take out them meter and this. Nobody asks me, I know, I just know. Zane, so them a thief light, you know. So don't get me wrong. Zane. So, but, these politicians go in these communities, they see these wires being thrown left, right, and center, and not much has been done over the years to get regularization and for them to get electricity legally. So at the end of the day, I don't want politician come out here and tell me not about them light. So cause even me I try to do personally. Cause me can't pay for nobody else light for much longer. Me can't barely pay my light bill. So my aim is to come off of the grid totally in the shortest time possible. It don't really happen yet. But that is my ultimate aim. The next hurricane season is supposed to come catch me. I depend on JPS light for more than one reason. For one, I need to be operational in the event of a natural disaster. See? So I still need internet and I still need electricity based on what I do. I have treated with the internet aspect. So I have Starlink as backup internet presently. See? So I deal with that one there. But you know the solar thing not cheap. And the local box where I live in, it's going to take a food to kind of solarize it. You understand what I say? But me I work on that. Because I not paying a boy light bill and a girl light bill. See? Every person we are paying, the 692,000 customers in Jamaica that are paying JPS are footing a $28 million US bill for people. Listen, $28 million US were stolen electricity and me and you help pay for that. Zane? JPS customers shouldering a staggering US $28 million in stolen. You hear that? Customers are being asked, customers are being forced, because you're not a choice, you have to pay it, else you're not on a line. Asked to shoulder the weight of a staggering US $28 million loss incurred by the Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, as a result of electricity theft. The revelation came from Energy Minister Darrell Vaz as he addressed the House of Representatives about a week or two ago. Now, despite the alarming figures, Vaz assured that the government is actively working on a plan to curb electricity theft and reduce its impact on law-abiding customers. Blah, 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 blah. We have heard this. Well, I have heard this before. I don't know if you ever heard it before, but I have heard this before. Then, the 28 million US dollars, or roughly 4.3 billion Jamaican dollars, represents the staggering cost of electricity theft across the island, which amounts to approximately 20% of the annual energy consumption. There are about 692,000 paying customers, and the $28 billion is split amongst us. Me can't afford that. You understand what I say? Me not depend that. So, right now, I will have to work hard and make the sacrifice to make sure, say, me come off of the grid coming and stay upon it. You understand? I ain't staying on it. We can't tell them that. So, I would, because that is in their licensing agreement with the Office of Utility Regulations and all that whole heap of something. The OUR is the next problem, you know. But them are for one next night. See? So, again, a lot of these issues are not unknown to politicians. They know, especially politicians who administer over constituency with so-called garrison communities. And as me say, light a thief on the flat and light a thief up on the hill. Now get me wrong, but the thing with the light up on the hill kind of a little bit more sophisticated sometimes. You understand what I say? Whilst down on the flat, you see the rat's nest on the light poles. You understand? So, people have lost their lives many times because of illegal connections, and houses have been burnt down and all of them. So we have heard the stories. We know the stories. You understand? So, I make JPS know, say, me can't afford to pay my light bill and some other people bill. Me can't afford that. You understand? So, right now, big up Power Grid Electrical, my friend, them. You understand? Them, I'm a people, them. So, them, if they look for solar, you can reach out to them. He's a supporter of the channel, so we can always shout out him in business. You understand? Right now, I think about probably try buying the panels one by one and the batteries one by one, and then get. Probably me can do the installation myself, but I don't want to shut myself or burn down the place. So probably Power Grid, or get them to do it, because what Power Grid do to them have the facility where you can work out a payment plan with them and them something there. Sheldon will open up, man. Just link Power Grid Electrical and tell Sheldon say I teach them something. You understand what I say? So there's that. So there are options. So, but me nah stay up on the grid for too long. As I said, next hurricane season nah catch me on the grid. For a couple of reasons. One, burial kind of show you say you can't too depend on the grid, because when light posts are drop, you can't catch them. You understand? So, and I need to be up and running. Thankfully, I didn't lose electricity during the burial, or after burial for that matter. Probably an hour or so the day after burial, no light was here. My internet went for a few hours. In the night during the passage of the storm. But I mean, I was blessed, to be honest with you, compared to some things that I say happen in other places, especially in South St. Elizabeth. So we give thanks to that, you see. But me can't do that, brother. First thing right now, my light bill too high. That's a one. Secondly, me pay people light bill too. Me can't afford that. See, me cannot pay so much tax in our country then still a mine man and woman. You know, depend that. So that I'm done with that. So the ugly truth about the situation is that politicians need to take some of the blame for this, as most of the electricity theft is happening. Well, some of the electricity theft is happening in garrison communities that these politicians are happy to keep in their garrison state because it guarantees them votes. You understand what I say? That is the ugly truth. You see me? Now, SSL, Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt has been tweeting for the past couple of days some very veiled stuff. I guess you have to understand the situation to understand. So he is upset. I mean, everybody is upset with the SSL situation. A lot of confusion is still around the SSL situation. There has been an update from the finance minister, I think yesterday after an article in the Gleaner, and I think I saw our next article, so I'm going to share them then a few. But I'm going to share just a quickish overview of the sequence of events surrounding SSL and, you know, some of the issues still to be treated with them something. So, firstly, Bolt's Holding Co., which is his company, did not invest into a bad asset. And it went bust. So I like him, and I like a Cash Plus or All-In or one of them Ponzi, and I like him invest in a Ponzi scheme, which went sideways and him losing money. So the information detailed in the court is that the money was never invested and was the subject of fraud and theft. See? Now, SSL, before me talk about the ugly truth part of it, bear in mind, people, as me speak, that SSL is not a government entity. It is not a government company. It is a securities firm. However, it falls under the auspices of the Financial Services Commission that has regulatory authority for companies of this nature. So the government have oversight responsibility. But a lot of people are get this thing confused. Because people are saying the government needs to give back Bolt. Government can't give back Bolt no money because SSL is not a government company. So just bear that in mind until we reach further down. So now, this is where the government comes in though. SSL is a regulated securities dealer under the remit of the Financial Services Commission. The FSC regulates securities, insurance, pensions, and corporate services. So, if there's an issue at any of these industries, it is the FSC's role to resolve it. See? The FSC is a self-funded state entity that was created in August of 2001 after the financial sector meltdown of the 90s. You know, we go back to FinSAC and stuff. This means that the FSC sustains itself through fees and investments and does not benefit from tax dollars like a ministry does. These things are important for us to understand and be better able to make pronouncement. Because everybody I walk around and talk about them thief bought money, Andrew thief bought money, and this on a stop foolishness. I'm focused. Yo, Jado Star. All right, we can continue. This means that, we said that already. Now, a fraudulent event was unveiled in January of 2023, re-SSL and its clients. There were continuous public updates in 2023. I work on me. My lad, me a stream. All right. Hold on there. Oh, so drop the message. Let me see if I can do it now, brother. All right. So I'm there now. There were continuous public updates in 2023, and one former SSL staff member was arrested and charged, which is Gene Panton. We know that. See? Remember, we are give an overview of what go on. Please be reminded that you making a bad investment is not fraud. However, taking clients' money without their permission, using it for other purposes, and providing fake statements is fraud. Thus, the FSC was very involved in trying to resolve the SSL chaos. The FSC has to step in because it is the regulatory body that SSL falls under. Again, SSL is not a government of Jamaica company. So, irrespective of how much we revere and admire Usain Bolt and want him to get back his money, we have to accept this. We have to accept it. It is not a government, and that is the ugly truth. We soon get to that part right there. See? Now, flash forward to 2024, and the public received monthly updates from the FSC's temporary manager on the state of play with SSL. The Minister of Finance provided an update re several SSL matters in April of 2024, including a brief update on the investigation. At the end of May 2024, the FSC lost, and listen carefully, at the end of May this year, the FSC lost a court case, and in losing the court case, they lost control of SSL. Thus, they no longer could direct the updates to SSL clients because they don't have control over SSL no more. Zin, I open up follow. The FSC put out a brief statement after the ruling and filed an appeal against the judgment in the Court of Appeal. Now, recall that there were updates in April from the Ministry of Finance and in May from the FSC. Now, the FSC issued a public statement days before they returned to court on September 26th. There was no significant update on the investigation provided in that release, however. Now, I assume that Usain is obviously mad, not just because his money was stolen, but about the facts surrounding SSL. So these are the facts. So Usain are just mad saying thief him money, but also because of some things around SSL that the government now should have done differently. Watch a style here. The FSC deemed SSL as an issue for several years. There have been issues over SSL for a while. It was on the FSC to either suspend their license or do something to fix the issues. There were known issues, and the FSC dropped the ball with that, and the Ministry of Finance, both of them. So now the government have to take some responsibility there, sir. There's no going around that. You understand what I say? It don't make no sense to try to pretty it up. So there have been known issues with SSL and their operations. Zane, I think one at a time there were some, I can't tell if I have a man now, but there have been known issues. FSC been known say SSL have some issues. Zane? So listen now. The FSC deemed SSL an issue for several years and never suspended or revoked their license. So they, in my opinion, the ugly truth is that FSC failed in their duty. See? So I guess now if you want to put that on the government, say the government feel okay, seeing that the FSC is a government entity, even though they are not funded by taxpayers as well, based on the info we may have. See? So fine, I can accept that. The FSC has been very contained in public updates over the last year and cited the court as a reason. So they're not saying much, saying the matter under investigation and in front of the courts, I suppose. However, for a fraud of this magnitude to be revealed and no one can get an answer, it is quite disturbing. The April 2024 update by the Ministry of Finance said that the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution and the Financial Investigations Division, FID, were working to prepare numerous charges for several individuals connected to SSL. Me read the story myself. Many charges will be coming. I read it. However, there has been radio silence since the FSC lost the court case in May. So we don't hear nothing again about the arrest them we are going to make or did for make on them something. Now, all Usain was asking for was an update, which also extend to the other affected SSL clients as well. So everybody want update, not just Usain, but you know, it doesn't matter if it is US $12 million or $1. If you're thief, you're thief. Well, theft is theft, and answers by investigators ensures that victims are aware of what is happening. Now, the Ministry of Finance put out a public release yesterday after the Gleaner story was published. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecution has made a recommendation and the FID is following up on those recommendations. Although this might not feel like an update for some people, to understand what is taking place on a matter like this is reassuring for many others. I guess so. Now, people may be saying, but then shouldn't the money be insured? Well, if the money is insured, it has to be insured by SSL. There is another entity in Jamaica that provides insurance for investors up to a level. It is called the JDIC. I told them I cannot do the research on myself, what it matters. The Jamaica Deposit Insurance Company, JDIC, was created by the government to protect depositors and promote stability and confidence in Jamaica's financial system. Now, emerging at an important juncture in the development of the country's financial system, it became the latest plank in strengthening the sector's regulatory framework at its establishment on August 31st, 1998. Them time there was a boy. As a statutory body, the corporation reports to Parliament through the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Public Service, and shall furnish to the Minister such operating plans and forecasts, returns, accounts, and other information as the Minister may require with respect to the operation of the corporation. I may assure you this because it's important. The corporation's primary objective is to establish and manage a deposit insurance scheme to protect depositors from loss up to a specified limit. Important, up to a specified limit. Its main goals are to 1. Provide the highest level of coverage possible to small depositors. To what kind of depositors? Small depositors. Restore and maintain confidence in deposit-taking institutions and, by extension, contribute to the stability and confidence in the nation's financial sector. Provide a clearly defined system for dealing with problems which may arise in insured financial institutions through the preceding objectives to but me read the basis of it. So, you must have said, no, teach, then some of them clients are insured. Well, maybe under the JDIC, but listen to the catch now. So what about the person who had SSL, no sanction, can they be? Well, the matter is still under investigation as FSC and FID and the finance minister has been saying to me. I don't even know in Alric, to be honest with you. So listen to this now. Remember, JDIC can provide some respite for clients who would have lost money. But watch a style now. Listen. Please note that the JDIC does not insure investments made through securities dealers, which Stocks and Securities Limited is a securities dealer. So listen to this now. Again, please note that the JDIC does not insure investments made through securities dealers. So SSL victims will not be getting back any money from the JDIC. The JDIC covers up to 1.2 million Jamaican dollars per depositor per deposit-taking institution. These cover commercial banks, merchant banks, and building societies. SSL is none of those things. Now, the Jamaica Stock Exchange has a compensation fund to cover clients and investors who have been the victim of fraud with a member dealer. However, these payments can be capped and are limited to JSE securities. So there are facilities to kind of help bridge some issues if people lose money, but there are conditions. See? So if the fraud occur on the stock exchange or a commercial bank or building society, the JDIC and the JSE, if it is on the stock market, has facilities to kind of help remedy the situation. But because SSL is neither of the above mentioned, nada. All right, so I'm going to continue. So those clients whose international securities were defrauded are technically on their own. Now, Usain's Holding Co., which is his company, and other affected clients have filed legal claims against SSL and some of its principals, but the courts have frozen any case involving SSL, the company. So they file the claims against individuals within the company, but you can't file no case against SSL at the moment as per the court's ruling. As to why and how, I can't tell you. I don't know. So I could continue read. Again, but just I give an overview of what I've gone so far based on just my observation and understanding, having, gotten said information from people in the know. All right. We shall with it. Right. So these cases and trials are technically stalled right now. This is why an update was even more important, especially as the civil recourse route is stalled. Also, the only criminal case that has started has been remanded until December 4th. So Gene and Pantan now go back to court until December 4th. So Usain asking for an update was definitely within his right, of course. He is furious, and the slow legal path with no public updates would tick off anyone, of course. Now let's see what is the next major development in the case. Now I'm going to share two articles in relation to the SSL, but before I do that, this is just my personal view. The ugly truth about SSL is that it is a private company, not government-owned or operated. So the government cannot, under no circumstance, give back any SSL investor any money. That money has to come from SSL itself through the liquidity of its own assets. Again, let me read this again. The ugly truth is that SSL is a private company, not government-owned or government-operated. You may not like this enough, but it's just the facts. So, under no circumstances can the government give back any SSL investor any money. That money has to come from SSL itself through the liquidation of its own assets. Now, there was a story recently that says they got some bond business pulled down and over how much $1 billion and Piotas and them. Something there. Because FSC was running the company because of the investigation situation. Answering Janet Jones. Very good question. So SSL at the time was under the supervision, the stewardship of the Financial Services Commission. And as such, in order to keep operations going to facilitate investigation, the Ministry of Finance thought it fit to ensure that the workers were taken care of and their salaries were paid. That said, it is not a government entity, has never been, never was. That is the ugly truth. Usain Bolt and the other clients did not invest money with the government of Jamaica. They invested it in stocks. So we want everybody to get back their money. You understand what I say? We want everybody to get back their money. But it is not the responsibility of the government to give back no money because it is not a government entity. That is just the reality, you know. Why Andrew could? Because Andrew take out his money before the fraud was uncovered. Like people else who in at the same time take out their money. It's just like you invest, me and you invest in a company and you decide to take out your money before me. Then what the big deal with that? So at that time when the Prime Minister withdrew his money where he invest there were no issues uncovered yet. Well, the fraud issue wasn't uncovered yet. See? So when we like, I know say it is very trendy to look on things a particular way, but at the end of the day, some things are just black and white. No color, no need for add to it because it's just black and white. Me and you invest in a SSL. Me want my money to do something with it. Me go take my money. See? What you mean only Andrew get back his money? So one to the other SSL people them at that time will take their money out of SSL. What you mean only Andrew? I don't understand that. I don't get. You see, and again, I am not here to tell you what to think. I am just here to share the facts of the situation. You understand? DeAndre, I can't speak to that. Zane, that is a situation for this Jamaica Stock Exchange and the FID for treat with. You understand what I say? So me invest my money in a SSL. Zane, me go take my money. Because me want to use my money. Gone about my business. No, some issue. What that have to do with me and my money? That not have to do with me and my money. So if you were an SSL investor and you get your money before now, You a thief too? It's a Iliad say Andrew thief Bolt money. Alright, cooking with the lane. Me hear you. See? Alright, so I could continue. So again, talk as much as you want. Bite up yourself as much as you want. SSL is not a government company. It's not a government entity. It's not a government agency. And as such, the government cannot give back nobody from SSL their money. Those are the cold, hard facts. We want the legend get back in money. We want all investors to get back their money. Hey, Lady Chantel, how are you? But at the end of the day, that money cannot come from the government because the government never take no money from SSL. I don't know, Samba. I couldn't tell you that. That is for FID and those people to figure that out. See? I know these things, you know. Me know these things are going to rub people somewhere, especially political people. But treat to the facts and take it from there, sir. The government knew the company was operating a Ponzi scheme. I don't even know if, as I said before, that FSC know there were issues with SSL and they did nothing about it. And as such, they failed their SSL clients and Jamaican citizens. I totally agree. I get that. Fundamentally, the point that I am making here, and this is what my hope stick, is that SSL, Stocks and Securities Limited, is a privately owned and privately operated securities company. It is not a company owned and operated by the government of Jamaica under neither a PNP administration or a JLP administration. And as such, the money that has been defrauded cannot be paid back by taxpayers and the government because it is not a government agency. I am not sure if they are able to do that, Lady Janet, to be honest with you. I would have to do some research. And I'm not sure. Maybe I come across the information before, but I'm not sure. Zane, were issues around SSL known to the FSC and by extension the government? Yes. Should more have been done to ensure that SSL was operating in the best interest of their clients? Yes. Did the FSC fail and by extension the Ministry of Finance and the government? Yes. But ultimately, SSL is not a government of Jamaica entity. And whether you like it, yes or no, those are the facts. We hope you see get back your money. We hope all investors around by SSL get back their money. Zine? But the facts can only be the facts. Private owned, privately operated company. Facts. If you want to know, go and talk about the Prime Minister and his investment and taking him money if you go do what you want to do with it. That is up to you. You understand? I can't tell you why the Prime Minister withdrew money. I just know him did have money there and him take it. Nigel is involved because he's the Minister of Finance. Nigel is involved because the FSC had compiled a report and sent it to the Finance Ministry, of which Nigel did not peruse the report in a timely manner, so steps could be taken to treat with the issues over by SSL. Zine? So that is how it comes. SSC falls under the Ministry of Finance and SSL falls under FSC. But SSL is not a government agency. We couldn't char iron from now till we teeth them drop out. It can't change. So the only way SSL clients can get back their money is if SSL give them back their money. The government of Jamaica cannot give them back their money because the government of Jamaica never take no money from nobody at SSL, as far as I know. Yo, them topic are heavy lifted, you know, because people, look, at first thing, you know, I am an educator. I don't have no finance background. I don't have no legal background. I never work at SSL. I never invest at SSL. Zane, I am just sharing the facts of the matter. I can't come tell you, said that man that, well, Joan and Pantan said she a thief because she said she take the money. So she a thief. Who else a thief with Jean and Pantan? We hopefully we find out. So me can't tell you what me don't know, you know. And that is what me figure say people tune in for some time. Because you know, go other channels and them telling you things where them say them know or them, I don't know. So I cannot tell you that. I can only share the facts. And then me feel like me share my views on the matter. But I can't tell you what you want to hear just because you want to hear it. I don't know. You understand? So, no, so when you come across here, so, I can only treat with the facts. And the fact is that SSL, for the 1 billion time, is not a government entity. So the government cannot give back no SSL client their money. So please make that marinate somewhere in your brain. Irrespective of how you feel about the situation, this is the fact. So the legend have all right to be miserable and cross and angry and want to kick down some people. And all the other SSL clients, not sure why them no want to come make no nice neither. Andrew is one of the thieves there. Not sure why the rest of clients them no want to come forward, come make nice neither. See? I don't know if them feel that way so they can get scam or them no want people know them business. But whatever it is really and truly Bolt is one of the only investors who have come out, come talk. So when we are reason upon the side here, we reason with an understanding that irrespective of how we feel about people or things, the facts remain the facts. And nothing can change facts. So we can feel a way about them, you know, and people, you know. But we also have to accept that facts are simple facts. Let's not get too emotionally attached to nothing or nobody, man. You understand what I say? No. Since as... but we share the article then. So, let me share the one with the finance minister first because I want to come out yesterday. I wish one of them. All right. So, this is finance minister urges patience as probe continues in SSL. The amount of time I hear Nigel use a word around SSL, me tired to have no money over SSL. So, I can imagine the clients of SSL who have been defrauded or can't get their money how them feel. Me tired of that word. Watch a style. The Ministry of Finance is urging patience as investigations continue into the multi-billion-dollar fraud at the investment firm Stocks and Securities Limited, SSL. The ministry issued a statement on Thursday responding to a recent media report that legendary sprinter Usain Bolt remains both shocked and disappointed over the lack of updates on the SSL probe. So Bolt's gripe is that he has not been provided with regular updates in a timely manner. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Usain Bolt, Jamaica's athletic icon, is among the victims who suffered staggering losses, reportedly over US $12 million as part of the multi-billion-dollar fraud. His frustration deepens as he's still waiting to recover his stolen funds. The public shares Bolt's concern, with many echoing his dismay at the sluggish pace of updates regarding the probe, which traces its origin back to 2010. Yes, Edrix. Yeah, man. Yes, Finar, that is when FSC was controlling the firm, but them lose the case and also them did start some bond was paid and money was SSL get money where them couldn't pay them one bills after a while. So some things. Zine, yeah, Finar. So the fraud is believed to have started from 2010. So I could continue. I soon talk about the VAR situation because YouTube took down my news video from last night because of that same thing. See, nothing that the minister did, but the facts I use, the pictures them were imposed on Twitter. All right, I don't want to mix up the story. Let me finish this first. All right. The finance ministry acknowledged that the fraud is a devastating blow, not only due to its size and scope, but because it victimized many elderly Jamaicans alongside the national icon himself. Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark addressed the nation Thursday, stating that this fraud hit all Jamaicans like a punch to the gut. He also sought to reassure the public that he has been anything but silent on the matter, emphasizing that he has repeatedly demanded a thorough investigation with no stones left unturned.
Consistent with this policy, in January 2023, within days of the allegations of the fraud, I wrote to the Foreign and Commonwealth and Development Office of the British High Commission and requested their assistance in identifying international forensic auditors who could assist with an investigation. They kindly obliged, and the Government of Jamaica, through the Financial Investigations Division, FID, engaged Kroll Associates UK, a multinational firm of forensic auditors who have considerable global experience. It was important to me that we engage an international firm that has no connection in Jamaica and one with deep expertise because of the complexity of the matter, the volume of transactions, the number of accounts, and the time span of the fraud.
Since then, Dr. Clark confirmed that the FID and Office of Director of Public Prosecutions have met multiple times, including as recently as last month, to review the comprehensive and voluminous investigative file. Notably, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution has asked for 3 additional statements to be collected, and that process is already underway. The Finance Minister expressed deep empathy for those feeling impatient, including Bolt, but urged the public to recognize that transparency is paramount in this case. He pointed to the unprecedented decision to involve an international forensic audit firm as a testament to the seriousness of the investigation.
I cannot think of a precedent for this level of efficiency among similarly complex financial frauds of the past. Finally, we must remember that the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions is a constitutionally independent office with great expertise and experience. I appeal with the public to continue to exercise patience as this independent constitutional authority carries out a diligent and meticulous review of the SSL investigative file so that culpable persons may be held to account.
So that is the Minister of Finance. And Samba, I agree with you totally. From 2010, FSC should have advised investors of what was suspected. Not sure that they were obligated. They are obligated to Samba. As I said, there have been issues, you know. What I probably need to do is go do the reading about some of the issues that were observed by the FSC in relation to SSL in the past. So I can familiarize myself. I'm like, no, these things are right up on my head, but there were issues, and they are bound by duty to inform investors, I suppose, about issues that arise from investigation and reports. So I don't know what happened there. So, all right. So our next article. So that was from the Finance Minister. This one says, you now see the title, but I'll read it for you. JLP urges SSL owners to pay back investors, including Bolt. The governing Jamaica Labour Party is urging the proprietors at Stocks and Securities Limited to ensure that Jamaicans, including the legendary Usain Bolt, are restored with funds they invested in the embattled private sector entity. They might choose their word carefully. The JLP made a call in a statement to the media on Friday. The JLP says, the JLP is also chastising the People's National Party operatives who it says have been attempting to use false propaganda to connect the government to the wrongdoing at SSL. The JLP says it notes that some investors at SSL have received restitution. So some payout did start going, and then there was a situation, I remember, where the people over there who have stocks, they were now given an opportunity to move them to other trading firms through the JSE platform at one point in time. But we could continue. However, the party says it is deeply concerned that Usain Bolt and several investors have not yet gotten back funds. The JLP insists that these individuals, including the iconic Jamaican jack star, get back every dollar they invested in SSL. Now, the JLP Deputy General Secretary, Senator Charles Sinclair, says the party notes that an individual who was employed by SSL and reportedly confessed to stealing funds has been charged and is before the court. So this is what Sinclair has said.
We make no comment concerning guilt or innocence of any individual connected to SSL. That's a matter for the court. But we are of the view that the proprietors of SSL have a moral obligation to ensure those who were fleeced, including the iconic Usain Bolt, are given back every dollar via the process of restitution. We also condemn the PNP operatives, including elected officials who have been using social media to tell blatant lies in a bid to falsely and without any credible basis seek to connect the government of Jamaica to wrongdoing at SSL.
Mr. Sinclair also blasted what he described as PNP members, including a councillor who he says has been lying on social media and suggested that the Prime Minister Holness is culpable of wrongdoing at SSL. I guess some people in here say the same thing too. The attorney at law says the fact is the Prime Minister had an investment in SSL from 2008, which matured several years later. He knows that the investment belonged to the Prime Minister and is in no way, shape, or form connected to wrongdoing at SSL. Mr. Sinclair concluded his statement by cautioning members of the PNP from spreading fake news and them. So when I get into that politics, that I'm interested in that right now. See? So, one statement from the party, one statement from the Finance Ministry. That is just me providing as much information as to the development as possible. And the other day, I covered also in the news some payout, SSL payout. Let me see if I can find it that way. SSL get 1 million insurance payout. That's a long time. September 19. I don't know, but recently there was a situation where them get some money from some assets where them liquidate and them something and payout for start. Some only pass it there. None will get their money back. I don't think so, Johnny. I think people will get back their money. Will they get back all of their money? That is the next question now. But some people have gotten back money, you know. Some people have gotten back their money. Or some of their money. I don't know the specifics, but people get back money, man. The thing is that not everybody. Zane, some, you know what I think, go? SSL. Come on, share that story. Stocks and Securities Limited. I know I cover a story recently, man. September 12. All right. Why does it take so long for load? SSL payout, and this was September 24, 2024. Scandals Card Stocks and Securities Limited, I'm sure, has indicated that it is advancing its plans to pay its clients. The announcement, which came via a press release from the regulatory body, the Financial Services Commission, follows a multi-million-dollar fraud and irregularities uncovered at the investment company in January of 2023 that ballooned past US $30 million or $4.7 billion with more than 200 accounts impacted. And so the payout is primarily from, listen to this now. So the payout is primarily from the proceeds of the international securities client portfolio sale with an approximate value in excess of US $30 million or $4.7 billion, the FSC said. And the FSC said it will close the monitor's SSL actions throughout the process. So, I'm going to say we can't find exactly how they get the money. In another article, yeah? But, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, but, so them get $30 million US the other day from some portfolio where them sell and them something. And thing. So, yeah. Yeah, Adrian. As a matter of fact, I am itching to read the FinSAC report, but they're not release it, so I don't know. And thing. So, some people have gotten back monies. How many people? I don't know. How much money? I can't say. Now, on the 24th of September, the FSC, which is the Financial Services Commission, said that there was a 30 million US dollars or 4.7 billion Jamaican dollars available now to SSL to start more payouts. So we watch and see. You understand? So, yeah. I know the matter is taking long and people are frustrated. Let me get that. And you see, have all right. As a matter of fact, he has been very statesman-like about the whole thing. He has never at any point in time used any international media outlet, and I'm sure many of them became available to him to kind of air out and ventilate the story. So, you know what I mean? He would have exercised great patience and love for country. Zane, again, making sacrifices for the image of the country. So we have to give a lot of credit for that. And the G need to get back in money. You understand what I say? So, but again, we just need to treat with the facts of the situation. As I said, facts are facts. And it would be remiss of me to come here and tell people something opposite from what exists. SSL is a private company, it's not a government company. You understand what I say? The government have no investment taking company as far as I know. So yeah. All right. So how can one person move so much money out of SSL? Well, Elvis, that is what Gene and Panther need to tell the court when the trial start. Because I suppose nobody who is well thinking is of the view say only Gene and Panther was involved in the fraud. Impossible. So let's see what happens. That is why the courts are important, because there has to be full disclosure and we're going to learn some things. Yes. So, make we move on. As to the Prime Minister's situation with his statutory declaration, investigation, all of that, something in there. He is seeking a judicial review. So an application for a leave or permission to apply for a judicial review filed by the Prime Minister Andrew Holness against the Integrity Commission. So that was filed in the Supreme Court. The other applicants are Imperium, Positive Media Solutions, and Positive Jamaica Foundation, which are the companies and well, I mean, it's happening nice in our house, man. And the charity of the Prime Minister. Hold on. Hold on, peeps. If Miss Pantan spilled the butter beans, she would immediately need protection. Well, if she alone want to take a fall in her business that then, sir, then she have to know what she had, you know. She spread fear bed one particular way, so she have to go lay down in it. Now, so the respondents to the application for leave for judicial review are Craig Beresford and Kevin Stevenson from the Integrity Commission. Now, some of the issues that loom large in an application for a judicial review, again, this is just me teach. No, I don't, Erica. No, Erica. I don't have a time for foolishness, you know. You understand what I say? I really don't. The most me see, somebody will send me something and say, teach, watch it, and I may watch it. Or I will see just a title for some video, and I say, then, but I don't have time for that. I don't have time for foolishness in my brain space, to be honest with you. Especially when I know that the thing that the man them say is totally opposite from the things that the man them say. I don't have time for that. You understand? Them have enough viewers. Them don't need me. Me not have time. My brain cell them just are dead one by one. So no. Time for that. It is stressful enough trying to aggregate the information for myself most of the time, much less. Hello, Lady Kadeen. How are you? You understand? No. So again, this is just a little bit of, info about judicial reviews. Like how I did always telling about appeal and appeal go for a long time. I want to tell me foolishness. All right. Not still, but some people. So some of the issues that loom large in an application for a judicial review. One is their breach of natural justice. Two, they look at the Wensbury unreasonableness, which is a reasoning or a decision that is so irrational or unreasonable that no reasonable person acting reasonably could have made it. Bombard. Now, remedies available after a judicial review. One, the quashing of unlawful acts. So that is one remedy. A prohibition order or an order of mandamus requiring performance of a public duty, including a duty to make a decision. Who may apply for a judicial review? Anybody. Any person, group, or body which has sufficient interest in the subject matter of the application. This includes any person adversely affected by the decision which is the subject of the application. The stages of the review. The judge may grant permission on such terms as are deemed appropriate, or the judge may not grant permission to the applicant to pursue judicial review of the actions of the respondents. However, if the judge is minded to refuse the application, or the application includes a claim for immediate interim relief, or it appears a hearing is desirable, the judge must direct that a hearing be fixed. So you have different stages now. One, you have the application for permission, which is what has been filed. The application may be made with or without notice to respondents, and application must be considered forthwith by a judge of the court. The judge may give permission with or without hearing the applicant. Now, Holness's attorney have set down 30 points on which they are seeking the judicial review. Among them are: 1, that Craig Beresford failed or refused to act impartially, fairly, and independently to carry out his statutory duty to examine the 2022 and 2023 statutory declarations of the Prime Minister. Elvis B., I took a break, but I will resume doing interviews soon. You understand? Yeah. Long story. I kind of talk about that now on stream recently. I did sick a couple times and then all that sort of things. But yeah, but I soon start interview back some artists, man. You understand? Let me finish this first. See? That Craig Beresford and or the commission failed to or refused to certify his 2021 and 2022 statutory declarations and or provide reasons for being unable to certify them. And that Kevin Stevenson carried out an investigation into the Prime Minister's 2022 and 2023 declarations, although there was no referral for an investigation by Craig Beresford. Holness's lawyers also want judicial review of the decision to continue or keep the investigation open in relation to the Prime Minister's 2021 declaration, notwithstanding findings or conclusion for that year that there was a negative net worth of $10.4 million. This means that there was no unexplained growth in the Prime Minister's net worth, which according to the numbers declined by $10.4 million. So they must say, oh yeah, investigate this and there's no growth in my net worth, so there's no enrichment of any sort, real or illicit. See? So I could continue. Holness's attorney also want judicial review of the act or decision to recommend the referral of 2 of the 3 companies linked to Holness to the TAG and FID, which is Tax Administration, Jamaica and Financial Investigation Division. So they must say no. His lawyers want the court to make 20 orders or declaration in its client's favor and award him damages for breach of privacy, including stigma damages, because people are saying my teeth, damages for a negligent investigation, vindicatory damages, cost and such further or other relief as the court may deem necessary and appropriate. Zane, I have been trying to get a hold of the full filing. Me only have bits and pieces. I need to, me like read them things for myself. Me don't want nobody tell me nothing. If me not understand something, then me can ask. You understand? Because people have a way of telling you things how they want to tell you. See? So, that is a synopsis of what the Prime Minister is seeking. Then me know some people say that, well, Then if the Prime Minister now hide FID and TAJ do them investigation, that is one school of thought. Another one is that the Integrity Commission had the opportunity to consult with FID and TAJ during the investigation before it was finalized and sent to Parliament, and they did not. So why no? So you have different viewpoints and that. And all of them something there. You understand? So it depends. Just know, say, just like me or you, the Prime Minister is legally entitled to seeking a judicial review to protect, in his view, his reputation in whatever way he sees fit. That is just the reality. I mean, and just like how we have had the opposition taking the government to court, then the Prime Minister is in his full right. You understand? So the ugly truth is that the Prime Minister, like anyone else, is entitled to do this in the aim of protecting his reputation as he sees fit. So let the court decide, like it did with NEDS, the Director of Public Prosecution's extension or not, the state of emergency rulings and so on. So, I mean, Edric's Gates perhaps, but I suppose at the end of the day, perhaps if you were in the situation, you'll be taking steps to protect your reputation as well. Who knows? You understand? So, we don't know. But just know, so like you and me, everybody have the possibility to seek said from the courts. So we'll see what happens. Interestingly though, should the matter develop through the courts, full disclosure will have to come. So if the PM have things to hide, or if the Integrity Commission have things to hide, we have to find out. You understand what I mean? I am also very curious as to the details of the report compiled and presented. Johnny, you can determine what a man's reputation is. Only a man can determine that. Nobody can determine or define your reputation. So you can't really define other body reputation. Let's be fair. You understand what I say? So every man in a for them own head have them own reputation. So you can determine that. No matter how you want to say it. See? That's the reality that. So that is that. See? No, what me I say again now? I not even remember. Bombard. I remember me talk about it. If you don't remember, tell me. You understand? Auntie. So, yeah. What may I say? I don't know. Yeah. I think we kind of know what's going on, but we can't speculate because threatening lawsuit. Elvis, big up yourself. He passed the IC laws and picked the IC members in a recent thing within the last 8 years. I don't know. The Integrity Commission law was really and truly crafted by Mark Golding. When he was Minister of Justice, there was one addition added to it by the JLP when they became government, and it was signed into law. So if you're talking about that, let us stick to the facts. Oh, I think I was talking about, I know what I say now. I am very curious as to, I would love to get a copy or get a hold of the report that was compiled and submitted to the Integrity Commission by the International Forensic Auditor that spent 6 months doing an investigation in the whole thing. You understand? That was never placed within the 171 pages report. I read every single page, except to say that the auditor did not find anything untoward of such with the Prime Minister's finances. So, but I would love to read that. Just because I like read things, I like know things. You understand? So it would be very interesting to have access to that. So, and as I was saying, with court cases, everything becomes open because of disclosure. So who have something to hide, then let's see if them can hide it in front of the courts. So make we see and thing. And as me I say, I mean, man, so what kind of Johnny say, what kind of reputation? We man have the reputation, my father. You understand what I say? And thing. See? Any viewers expressed around by the chat is in the view of teacher. The company says a crew that. Was there really a foreign art? Yes, there was. Erica, you never watched the overview, the summary video that I did Yeah, man. International investigative personnel and thing. I'm saying I can find that and read exactly what it said from the report. Where is that? I see report summary. All right. So what are the points that I made? So listen to this, Erica. The financial interplay between... I'm going to see if I can share the screen here. Yeah. See that? The financial interplay, and this is my summary after reading the 171 pages. So what I did was to look at some of the main points of contention in the report. See? I'm going to have to run with some people in our comments because like it wasn't even a commentary. All me I do is summarize what the reports of the people when I read the report and people are coming with them politics and I have to run with some man. Brawling too. Watch out. The financial interplay between the companies mentioned were the financial interplay between the companies mentioned where there was intercompany deposits and withdrawals of $473,161,545.37 and $427,174,913.86 respectively led to the Integrity Commission employing the services of an independent international forensic accounting examiner who took 6 months to complete and submit the report. The examination began on the 9th of June 2023. So I hope that answered the question. So yes, there was international help solicited, and truth be told, in all of this, despite how some things look, all that really emerges that in a 1 year, the Prime Minister had $1,930,000 when he couldn't account for. So read that as it may, take that as it is. You understand what I say? That seems like it needs financial experts to interpret teacher and bring one on your show. What you mean? The report from the auditor, the international auditor. So that is it, Erica. That report has not been made public. It has not been tabled in Parliament either. So, and it was not a part of the body of the 171 pages sent to and tabled in Parliament. As the question is, why not? But I'm certain now, well, I hope that during the judicial review, somehow, somewhere, that becomes available to me. Let me not know about nowadays, but I want to read that. See, so yeah. Right, Erica, I couldn't tell you as to why the Integrity Commission is supposed to, they were supposed to be in front of the Oversight Committee in Parliament for a few days from last week, but there was a situation where some of the members of the Integrity Commission Oversight Committee were not available, and all of them something there and these things. Yeah, so as to why that is not available to the public, only the Integrity Commission can say, but me reading the 171 pages, there is no detailed mention of that except to say that there is no charges for illicit enrichment, but them are suggest that FID and THA take a greater look because of some issues with them have. Now, next thing, so that. Zane, again, whether you like it or not, I said this from the first night, the Integrity Commission has to, beyond all examination, not only appear to be just and fair, but also be just and fair. There were some things that the Integrity Commission, or there are things that the Integrity Commission has done in the past that has allowed me to question certain things about how them operate. Zine, and I also gave it, and whilst I said there are some aspects of the report that are very curious, I also said the Integrity Commission dropped the ball in the fact that whilst they were doing the investigation, based on the fact they have a MOU with FID, they have, based on statutes, are able to draw on the expertise of Tax Administration Jamaica. Why did they not do those things during the body of the investigation and submit one final investigation instead of send something to Parliament and then you say FID and TAJ if you investigate? That a crap. And I have said that publicly before, and I stand by that. See? On the other hand, there are some aspects of the Prime Minister's statutory decorations that I find curious as well. So there's two sides of the coin. You understand? So again, you can't be playing football with a man's reputation, the Prime Minister of the nation. If you're going to do the report, the investigation, you do the investigation in its entirety, submit the final report. Done. We take it from there. So if you suggest that criminal proceeding should take place, you recommend that. If not, you certify and we keep moving. But everything has to be a political football or a football of sorts. And not everybody can play a ball. So, me know say it is easy to say one thing or another thing, but again, we have to be fair. We have to leave emotions at the door and call a spade a spade. There are things in the Prime Minister's statutory declaration that I find very curious. Zin, however, there are things and ways that the Integrity Commission operate that are downright crap and needs to be fixed. And that is my view. That is the ugly truth about the situation. You understand? So, anyways, there has been a discussion around Fitz-Bailey taking a job in as a deputy commissioner of police of the sorts temporarily in Turks and Caicos. See? Richie, I don't have money for paying a man liar. You understand? And I have seen the discussions around it, and me will take the time out to say, look here, dunce this a kill about it, Anna. That is the ugly truth. Somehow it dunce bad. Like I have said before, new segment incoming, the ugly truth. Tonight, that man, see, looking at the title. Zin, as an educator, I have always tried my best to not refer to people as dunce. But the fact of the matter is that there are many among us that are dunce. First thing first, Fitz-Bailey never resigned from the JCF to take up no job at Turks and Caicos. He is of the age of retirement and has retired from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. There is a difference between resignation and retirement. Me see some comments. Everybody around left Jamaica because Andrew friend them. The man served him, and as a matter of fact, I'm going to go further. There has been many police officers in my time observing policing in Jamaica that has had more success than Fitz-Bailey. Now some people may look and say, teacher, you're mad. Hold it. Fitz-Bailey has been responsible for the crime portfolio for a while. Look at the murder numbers for the last couple of years. The numbers still high, but which direction are they going? They are trending down. That's a one. Secondly, Fitz-Bailey has broken the back of some of the biggest gangs in this country in his tenure. Uchent Wilson gang, Kings Valley gang, Klansman gang, Klansman One Dan gang. The record is there to show that the man has been very successful at what he does. And again, I will not itch to point the scene. Whilst Fitz-Bailey has been breaking the backs of those gangs were prosecuted under the stewardship of Paula Llewellyn. Put that in a pipe and smoke it. That is the ugly truth. So whatever you want to say about Fitz, whatever you want to say about Paula, the record is there to show that under their stewardship, they have been responsible for breaking the backs of some of the biggest gangs in this country. That is the ugly truth. You know, if you accept it, but that name facts. Facts me and beat you know with tonight, you know. You understand? So, Fitz has served the JSA for over 40 years. Him is a big man. Him can't serve no longer because he is at the age of retirement. And you know, funnily, if Fitz Bailey did ask for an extension, people about here would be a jump up and a cuss, just like about Paula. Zine? But now the man gonna do some things to make some more money for himself and his family. Uno a complain and a quarrel. Lord, the man. Uno see money that same now do nothing about ya. Gangs are gangs, Elvis. You understand? So, a gang is a gang. Then there's a next story. You understand? I suppose it would be very unlikely for, you know, that stay. But yes, me get to you, but me that stay. Zane, uno there say man now do nothing, and him this and him that. No, the man done work here. The man gonna work. So, uno Lord, the man make the man work, the man. Why uno family can left go foreign go work? And uno no problem. Lord, the man making go work, man. And again, I repeat this for the people in the back. Fitz Bailey has been one of the most successful senior police officers in the history of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Whatever you want to do with that, you can take it and smoke it or dash it away. The facts are the facts. He was responsible for the crime portfolio under many of these things. Judge Smith, that's a one case. I am talking about the things that he has done well. Nobody not perfect about it. Only him can tell about that case. Me and him never talk about it. Me only can tell about the things that I see. Zine, so the Patrick Bailey case is one stamp against his record. Yeah, you can't go around that. Zine, but at the end of the day, you know what? I can't answer that. So that is a that pan him thing. But that don't mean say he hasn't done well in other areas. You understand? So uno family member can left here and go to Canada, America, England, and everywhere else and came and go work. Make the man go work for his family to man. You understand? Uno love the man. Uno say that did do nothing when him did run the crime portfolio. So uno leave him be now. See other people see what he was doing and I give him job. But we never know what we have until we lose it, you know. We never know what we have. What say again? Me see in the cartel appeal hearing, you know, the cartel hearing in front of the appeals court. The acting prosecutor was made to look small. Never Paula Llewellyn. Even if cartel was going to be free just the same, Paula was going to go in there, go stand up and fight. The lady where I do this, I know, as child's play. Not in a Paula class, and no, you can't tell me nothing. Facts, me I tell you no. You understand? You can't hate Paula as much as you want, you know. But you can't deny that some of the country's most notorious criminals have been tried and convicted under the supervision of Paula Llewellyn. From Zeeks come all the way right back down here, so. Yes, there have been some cases where, in some way, well, if a bad taste in our mouth, but her record is there. But people now go see that because them just love to eat pan Paula. I love Paula, man. And Fitz. You understand what I say? You only see bad, you know, not see good things that people do about it. That I think that are the ugly truth again, we are faced with. You understand? Those are the things. Only things are bad you don't see, you know. You never see good with people do about it. That's the only problem. But cow never know a use and tail until then cut it off. You know, have nothing to fan fly. And that I got happen to some of about here. Some of the people them where I do some good things, they may fail in them attempts to do some things sometime, you know. And we use that and chastise them for the rest of their life. You understand? So as me said tonight, as some your name, look on the title, Uncomfortable Conversations and Ugly Truth. My truth, you know, they not have to be your truth, you know. Me just use my platform tonight for share. Normally, me kind of toe the line and me not to share my views. Tonight, me I share my views. Ugly truths. So much of them me going already, me have some more for now. North East Senton by-election. That is the constituency where me come from. Yeah, me born at St. Mary, Zane. And me in a constituency where Bobby Montague are MP. That constituency they want to fix up. A lot of it. You understand? Some good things are going from Boscobel and Tower Isle side and Rainwaver side development and something. But when you go Content and Retreat and Bamboo Walk and Gale and them, when Richard Spen and them place there, and you go Retreat and you go Petersfield and Charlestown and them place. A place want to lift up. You understand what I say? So, I more identify with Northeast Senton. That is where I spend most of my teenage years before I go to college and then I know about the side. See? So I know as a matter of fact, then if you look, I'm interested in politics and I run because Northeast Senton I'm place. You understand what I say? But that's the next story for you next time. Alright. By-election. And I talk about the fact already. So you have done a Trelawney in one place when I have no MP for over a year, no by-election no keep down there. The people need representation. But we talk about that. So we talk about Northeast Senton. I hear this big uproar about low voter turnout. No sense. Watch your ride. Watch your style. One, it is a situation where one of the two main political parties not contest the election. See? So, how you expect a larger voter turnout when it's only one of the main political party that contest the election? That's a common sense thing. See? Secondly, voter apathy remains very high. Some people just feel disenfranchised and just not bother in their politics. That's a one. Two, Marsha Smith, who was the MP, the JLP MP there, has left a bad taste in the mouth of many people down there, and Matthew are going to need to wash out that taste out of their mouth. So a lot of people not really enthused at the moment. So whilst there may have been some campaigning, not really large-scale, energetic campaign, never go on, so no whole of excitement, no bill, so nobody not really go vote like that. See? So the numbers are, the final count, Matthew Samuda received 4,820 votes. The independent candidate, David Anderson, received 216 votes. And Chase Neal of the UIC received 31 votes. See, I think 40,000 people can vote. And probably about, what that? Just over 5,000 votes. I mean, that don't look good, but the PNP never contested. See? No. In my opinion, there is an ugly truth here. Why the PNP never contest, only them can tell you. But they missed an opportunity. And let me tell you why. Since Shaini became MP of the constituency, it has not even looked close to going back to the People's National Party. That is the reality. Marsha now go mash it up. Zin? But this was the best opportunity that the PNP has had to try and wrestle that seat away from the Jamaica Labour Party since Shiny win it. And they did not contest it. Remember, there was a very, very unpopular member of Parliament there. Marsha. Zin? Very unpopular. Extremely unpopular. Matthew is not from St. Anne. Zin? So, this was a prime time for the People's National Party, not only to test the waters, but even if them lose a seat here, so to Matthew, at least them build some momentum and go in at the general election. They decided not to contest the election. Why? I don't know. Zane, is it a situation where them feel like Matthew are going to win whichever way? Only them can tell you. But this was an opportunity to test the waters, gauge your ground, build some momentum, make your candidate kind of go in at the space and people see him face and build from there. So it may be a struggle now going forward, because if Matthew is able to re-energize the support in the constituency, unify the delegates, and do some things on RT Senton between now and the election, which is very likely because money are going to spend leading up to election. No. I mean, waste taxpayer money. By election, if you keep on an MP. But, as me say, them never do it at Trelawney, so them only can't tell that. I think what the Prime Minister is trying to do is freeing up Matthew Senate seat, Zane, I think there's some chess game as to who will be Minister of Finance. Zane, I guess I am no wiser as to who. I thought that Dan Webby may be an option. Mr. Dan Webby say must step back from Grace today because of his health situation. So I don't know. Zane, people have touted slow talking Favorable Williams. The reason is that Favorable expertise is in finance, not education. So people are saying that is where that's her comfort zone. So I don't know. Me other names call Keith Duncan name me call me Arbin Hill name call because he's a professional bank officer. So I don't know. But me know say this by-election is related to moving some pieces around to announce the Minister of Finance. Because the Minister of Finance has to be a member of Parliament. If he can't be a senator. Zane? So them something. I'm not sure what I go on. Yeah, son. Me not have no conversation with Andrew, so I don't know. But I think that the PNP dropped the ball here, because even if them did lose, it would put them in a better position to contest the general election. Again, and that is just my view looking at the thing. You understand what I say? So, yeah. So I don't know why they decided not to, but if I was the leader of that party, I would definitely have sent my candidate out there because one, it would then give me an opportunity to gauge the crowd, to see what the mood is on the street, to see the things that we need for work on, to engage with the people, them, to provide an alternative. But I don't know. You understand? Yes. On the political trail, I-Saac Banan has been sent to East Portland to challenge the sitting member of Parliament, Anne-Marie Vaz. And all hell has broken loose since that announcement was made. Why? Because I-Saac Banan has a checkered past and the JLP has been quick to point that out. And in a reply to that, the PNP has pointed out that in the past, you have man where it serve time where serve as MP after him serve time with the Jamaica Labour Party, and that Jamaica Labour Party ministers, one of them did go to prison and all of them something. I'm not even get into that tonight. I will pick up that in the future. What I'll do though is to, have a little look at some of I-Saac's infraction what kind of people are talk about. See? And thing. And then I'm going to share one ugly truth. I-Saac also is a chum card. Cartel. Well, tell you what. I won't talk about that. So, it is not a secret that I-Saac has served time for drug-related offenses in the past. And he has also been involved in other issues that has called his character and temperament into question since those times. He remains a very popular figure, not a Trump, Oh, okay, all right. Based on the PM expertise in investment as seen with the companies, he would bet. No! Boy, Ms. Minister of Defense, Ms. Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation. How much more ministry you can take answer? You understand? As a matter of fact, in my opinion, none of the MPs since the 90s up to Marsha Smith have done much. Okay, King Harry. See? All right. So, in 1996, 1997, he was about to board a flight at the Norman Manley International Airport to the United States when he was arrested for allegedly having drugs in his possession. News reports quoted him as saying he had innocently agreed to carry the packages for a neighbor who said it contained cash. He was eventually convicted and paid a fine of approximately $1 million. So just some more info. He was 17 years old at the time. He was convicted in a halfway tree resident magistrate's court for possession of cocaine, dealing in cocaine and taking steps to export cocaine. He was ordered to pay a fine of $1 million and serve 21 days imprisonment. The fine was paid and the days were served. Infraction number 1. In 1999, 2 years later, Buchanan was given a 10-year prison sentence for allegedly having drugs in his possession on a domestic flight to Florida in the United States. News reports also quoted him as saying the drugs were found in the possession of another passenger who told the authorities it belonged to him, Buchanan, and he was charged. He was deported after about 8 years. A little bit more detail. In 2000, the applicant was convicted in the United States for a conspiracy to import cocaine. He was sentenced to 10 years imprisonment and was released after serving 8.5 years. He was deported. See? No, so those are the first two. In 2017, he has sought to turn his life around. He has become an attorney at law, a very successful attorney at law as well. And these things, his criminal record was expunged. Even though I kind of do some research on one expungement thing, I read something today, but I don't really get around to it fully yet, so I'm not trouble that yet. So in the future. No, in 2017, he applied to become a justice of the peace. And that application was eventually denied in 2019. Why? Information received by the Custos indicated that the claimant had failed to disclose that he had previous criminal convictions when making his application. Now, Kingston Custos Stedman Fuller said during a meeting on May 21st, 2019, Buchanan admitted to the convictions, but explained that he thought that they were not relevant since, in his view, the offenses had been expunged. So he was to declare on the application form if he has had any criminal convictions. He said he did not, and him have two. Them something there. So yeah. On February 27, 2024, I-Saac Buchanan failed in his because after he was not given the opportunity to become a JP, he sought a judicial review. Interesting. Judicial review is the order of the day, ain't it? He failed in his bid in the Judicial Review Court to get declarations that he should be appointed a Justice of the Peace. Justice Tarakar, in refusing to grant declarations sought by Buchanan, ruled on February 23, 2024, I think, that he was not entitled to a declaration that he had a legitimate expectation to be appointed as a JP, as he failed to make full disclosure on his application, thereby nullifying his recommendation. The judge said further that having found that the Custos was not obliged to administer the oath of office given the material non-disclosure, the declarations sought by Buchanan were refused. So he has failed to become a JP. It seemed very important to him. I don't know. I mean, I guess JP have respect and status, I suppose. It seemed very important to him. He sought the court's intervention that didn't. He actually took the Minister of Justice to court over the matter with Delroy Chuck? Yeah, I think so. He was the respondent, I think. Something like that. Now, so continue with I-Saac's past. In 2020, Buchanan was found guilty of professional misconduct by the General Legal Counsel in a matter involving the DPP while he acted for entertainer Vibes Cartel. His sanction hearing was held in October of 2022. That different from the most recent one, so that was one before. In 2023, the General Legal Counsel suspended Buchanan for 2 years, fined him $500,000 and ordered him to pay cost of $20,000 to the council as punishment for his rather offensive, profane, vulgar, foul and obscene comments against DPP Paula Llewellyn and Justice Minister Delroy Chuck. So he was suspended for 2 years, and that was leading up to Cartel's appeal in the Privy Council. So he went to the courts again to seek some redress. So Buchanan, however, was allowed to continue his practice after the Court of Appeal granted him a stay of 2-year suspension of his 2-year suspension by the disciplinary committee of the GLC. Now, a stay is an action taken by a court to stop or pause a legal proceeding or the actions of a party. The stay was granted pending the outcome of his appeal, so he's appealing the suspension, which has been described as excessive. So he was suspended for 2 years by the GLC, but he appealed, and the Court of Appeal granted him a stay of proceedings. So the 2-year suspension has to be put on hold pending his appeal. Yeah? So a stay is not a final ruling. It is just to put a ruling on pause for the appel, the complainant to seek redress somewhere else. No, he was also fired by CVM. He was a host of CVM Sunrise, and he also got some backlash for a monkey ugly situation that he was involved in on the show as well. So he was fired by CVM eventually, I think after the Paula situation. And he also resigned as chairman of the PNP Human Rights Commission. So, I-Saac Banan is no stranger to courtrooms and courthouses as defendant and counsel. And his appointment as the PNP's representative in East Portland has caused many conversations, I suppose conversations that has been ongoing since the PNP's conference, I suppose. So we'll see what happens. Damian Crawford is the most popular politician in the People's National Party by a stretch. I suppose only person close to him is Lisa Anna, and he struggled down there. So let's see how I-Saac fare and thing. So that is the situation there. The ugly truth about the matter, though, is that the PNP is banking on I-Saac recent popularity gain. So he was popular enough, but his popularity has increased through his representation and affiliation with Vybz Kartel. They are hoping also that, in my view, again, this is the ugly truth, my ugly truth, they are hoping also that Kartel will join him on the campaign from time to time in an effort to sway voters. That is my view. And I suppose the PNP would have sat down and calculated the pros and the cons, and they felt that gaining the seat is more important than whatever backlash will come at I-Saac's appointment. And then their conversation is that I-Saac has been rehabilitated. He has served his time for his crimes, and he's now a productive member of the society. Zane, while some people are saying that one, he was convicted for drug-related offenses one time, then a second time, and then he has had other infractions, legally speaking, since. So how much has he been rehabilitated? So at the end of the day, the people of East Portland will have to decide what is best for them. You understand? Right, that is my opinion. No, that is my ugly truth. Not yours, Biggie Music. Mine. You understand? As I say, my ugly truth, you know. Not anybody else. So these ugly truths are mine. So that is just my view. So yeah. Now, in Parliament earlier in the week, there was a censure motion brought against Prime Minister. Well, an attempt to bring a censure motion against the Prime Minister by the opposition leader. It was not facilitated by the Deputy Speaker, as the Speaker of the House had recused herself, seeing that the motion was to be brought against her husband. So, you know, she'd have to do that. But Roy Clark said no, and the PNP walk out. You understand? Then him now go tell us say a mark decision still. So him have to say for him, then I'm a Gen Sex still, so I guess a lot of these decisions are his. But then you can, if me a party leader, you can't do certain things unless you ask me. So then there's that. But me don't know them do them things still. You understand? Now, let me get something clear here, so. the Garden House is called the House of Representatives. Garden House is not Andrew Holness's house or Mark Golding's house or any of the 63 politicians' house. I'll repeat. It is called the House of Representatives, where 63 people duly elected by the electorate goes to represent the people of this country. You are a representative there. You don't own there. None of you guys, no Andrew, no Mark, nobody own there. It is the House of Representative. You go there to represent your constituents. Good. During the opposition leaders' budget presentation, there was a walkout by the governing MPs. Wrong. This now recently is the second or third time recently that Mark Golding and the opposition has walked out of Parliament. Wrong. Watch your style here. You don't go to Parliament to represent yourself. You go there to represent the people who put you there as a representative. So it is important for you to stand in Parliament and fight to represent the people, not outside garden house, in front of camera, or wherever else you go. In a garden house, representing the people. You are not representing yourself or your interests. You are representing the interests of the people. The House of Representatives is so designed for you to stand up in there and fight for representation for those who send you there. This nonsense about walking out of the house is crap and it needs to stop. Whether it is done by the government or the opposition, they are not there representing themselves. They are there representing the people. I go there, you go there for represent me, you go there for walk out. Move! So even if what you're trying to do in the Parliament is not working in your favor, you can't walk out. This getting up and walking out is becoming a trend and it needs to stop. I don't need for telling a political representative them to stop it. Move with that. Georgia, semantics that now. That me not getting to. You can't walk out of Parliament every chance something to work out for you. Move with that. You're not going to represent yourself. You represent the people. Go fight for the people them. Every time I walk out of Parliament, gone in front, move. You don't represent yourself, brother. You represent the people them. Stand up and fight for the people them. It is becoming too regular. And just like anywhere else, Parliament is operated on standing orders. No matter who you be, the standing orders are there and you have to abide by them. Fight your fight for the people them in the House of Representatives. Out a door in front of Parliament is not the House of Representatives. Stop. This is childish behavior. Stand up in the house and fight. And that's how we send you to go fight. Are you willing to fight for the people, or you are more interested in making headlines? Fight for the people, they must have run up and don't go out the door. We need to call out them people when them do crap, brother. When the Jamaica Labour Party MPs them walk out at Mark's during Mark's budget presentation, then for go it too. When Mark keep on and walk out with him people them for whatever reason, for go it too. Brother, I them look at things that we sit down and ignore now. That is why we have to take what we get. Because we allow these politicians to do anything and get with it, brother. How you got to represent me and yourself you represent? You don't represent me, brother. You represent yourself and your emotions and your feelings. Stand up in this and fight. Show me say I'm me going this to represent. But you can't represent me what I do, you know? Crap that. It for stop. It achieves nothing except headlines, but perhaps that is the general objective. That is what me I get to see. Oh, let's go outside the parliament, go stand up and talk to cameras. Move! Stand up in this and talk. And that's how you get paid for it. Represent the people them. Mark Golding is currently the highest paid politician in the country. Stand up in this and fight. Stop running up and down to do like, come on, brother. Stand up and fight for the cause. Stand up and fight for the people. Represent the people and not yourself. The ugly truth is that parliamentarians must abide by the standing orders they establish regardless of their objection. So you might not like it, but the standing orders are there for a reason. Stand up, articulate yourself, and represent the people of the country. Stop run, go out a door, or talk to camera. Move with that. And I have taken it up on myself to start to familiarize myself with the standing orders of Parliament. Because too regular, we see these things happen and people quick to set things and set things when there are rules and guidelines that govern how things operate in the Parliament. And funnily, by all explanation, the tabling of the motion was not approached the right way. And the standing orders are there to stop that. There are rules and guidelines. Follow them and stop with your hissy fit and run go talk to camera, brother. Go with that, man. You understand? You want to represent the people, but you want to represent them out a door. Stay in a parliament and represent the people. You're a political representative, a parliamentarian, not one outer street, brother. Stop it. And when the Jamaica Labour Party has done it in the past and them have a plan for doing it, stop! Don't move from here, man. We send you go to parliament to represent we, and every day you go to parliament, you walk out and talk to camera out the door because you not get your way. Stand up and fight. Parliament not big enough where you need a mic. So this thing about mic no make no sense. Because you can't turn up in a parliament one side and talk, everybody hear you. So you don't need no mic for talk, then you can't lock off your voice. I mean, at a point of order and then can't tell you sit down and tap your eyes. Yes. But then can't shut your mouth. So this mic thing, that have a camera and record audio, brother. Parliament not so big where you need a mic for people over the next side hear you. Stand up and represent the people and stop representing your self-interest. You are not a representative of Mark Golding or a representative of Andrew or a representative of whoever else in there. You are a representative of the people. You go there to represent your people. Represent your people, man. Stop run up and down out a door like saying no sense. Stand up and fight. Your mouth loud enough for whatever you say in a parliament, whether them turn off your mic, them hear it. But everything now is about sensationalism and making headlines and the news cycle. I'm not subscribe to that, man. You're elected to represent the people. Represent the people, them and go on. Now, before me leave, some more uncomfortable truths. Well, uncomfortable conversation. I remember saying, them are my truths still. You understand? According to the rules, it was as they exit the people who were so adamant quoting or applying it wrong. I'm not sure I understand that still. But my understanding is that with a censor motion, you have to send it in 2 days in advance. And some other things, and for the House Secretary, do them for do and all of them something there, and then it is tabled and then it is debated in the next sitting. Apparently, he sent the motion the same day via email, and that's not how it works. There are standing orders created by said politicians, and as a result, you have to follow them. This thing about getting up and running go out a door each time something not go your way. it is not a representation of the people. You represent the people in the House of Parliament. When you go up on your campaign platform, your political platform, you can go do what you want to do. But in the House of Parliament, you go there to represent the people. I want to stop walk out of Parliament for me, then. Please and thanks. Because, let's see. Next thing, I said things and them go. All right. I left to still in, but I want to sit before I left. In no matter what Mark explained, brother, the standing orders are the standing orders. He did not follow the standing orders and him walk out of Parliament. Him for stop. Now, uncomfortable conversation. So I do one for them people, I do one for the next people, them one next stream. The People's National Party is focusing all their energies on the Prime Minister's statutory declaration, investigation, reports, etc., instead of trying to convince voters that they are a viable alternative. Uncomfortable conversation. Ugly truth, my truth. Again, the People's National Party is focusing all their energies on the Prime Minister's statutory declaration, investigation, report, etc., instead trying to convince voters that they are a viable alternative. They did it in 2016, refocusing on the Prime Minister's house, and were punished by the electorate. They are just recovering from the fallout of that election, which saw 1, Portia being forced out, 2, internal elections between Peter Phillips and Peter Bunting. Then you have a next internal election between Lisa Anna and Mark Golding, and then there was the whipping in the general election. So them still a recover from focusing all them energies on Andrew Holness house, whether you think him get it legally or illegally. See? Instead of spending time focusing on making themselves a viable, well, they were in government at the time still, and them say them now do not debate and all of them something, and the people their name, please. See, there's also been a VP en bloc resignation where Wicca McNeil, Michael Phillips, Philip Powell, and Damian Crawford resigned one time. So since that 2016 election, there has been a lot of issues facing the People's National Party from the fallout of that, where them spend all of them energies on Andrew House. Now they must spend all of them energy on Andrew statutory declaration. I am just a political observer, you know. No, there was a revival in the local government election after it was turned into a mini general election of sorts. But there was a PNP revival. Like, you can't go around that. But there are still questions to be answered. Now, people will need to figure out what they are truly voting for. Watch the style here. PNP, people are going to vote for PNP. Labour right are going to vote for Labour right. So, you have the people them were undecided. Watch the style here. Will the undecided be voting for the PNP or voting against the JLP? Because you know the base them are going to vote for them party. So where will the undecided go? And those people, are they voting for the PNP or them a vote against Andrew? Because they want a change and them tired. Focus. Listen to me. People will need to figure out or be convinced by the People's National Party what are they offering other than just being an alternative. What reasons are you giving me to go with you versus not going anywhere or going with the government? Are they doing enough of that? That's a question them people have to answer. See? Now, it must be noted, and listen me carefully, that crime, corruption, mismanagement, underperformance, cronyism, nepotism, irregularities, and scandals has straddled both parties. So both PNP, JLP have suffered from the scourge of crime, not being under control, corruption, allegations and proof, mismanagement of the economy and health sector education, underperformance in all sort of things, cronyism, nepotism, irregularities, and scandals. Both parties have suffered from that. So, because both parties have suffered from that, what new or different is an offer from the opposition? What are they doing to convince the undecided or even convince some voter who did vote for Jamaica Labour Party to come vote for them? Are they doing enough of that? That's a question for the party to answer. I could go and talk again. Ultimately, Jamaicans vote for party leader. The polls are saying Mark Golding's favorability is improving. But a very important question that needs to be asked is this. Is it that Mark's favorability is actually increasing, or is it that Andrew's favorability is decreasing? The voters will have to decide that. Some will say it doesn't matter. I suppose time will tell. You know, I write something sometime. I can't look at writing and watch a style here again. My view, this is my view. My view is that more Jamaicans genuinely like Andrew compared to those who genuinely like Mark. That is just my view. Andrew's likability is greater inside and outside his party than that of Mark inside his own party and outside his own party. And as me say, in my view and based on my history, Jamaicans vote for a leader. I mean, through them MP. So now, and as me I say again, I think just based on my observation, the likability of Andrew is greater in his party. So more people in the Jamaica Labour Party like Andrew than people will like Mark in our own party. Again, this is just my observation. I could be wrong. And people outside the JLP like Andrew more than all people outside the PNP like Mark. Again, my observation. I sit down and I study the politics, you know. I look at things, I read, I listen, I watch. My observation. Zane, I could say some things further about the PNP and the Mark situation, but maybe next time. So watch a style I know. Based on all of the things I say, one of the most striking thing in my view, though, is that coming out of the People's National Party's conference, I've said this already, everything has been lost to the Vibes Cartel effect. No messaging has stuck. I mean, I talk about for me. Well, not with me anyways, but hey, that is just me. Perhaps the messaging stick with some people, but I don't know that the messaging would have stuck with me because coming out of the conference, all the talk was not about the plans and programs the opposition leader has in mind for the country for as a government in waiting, but Vibes Cartel. No, whichever way you look at it, there are questions that will have to be answered between now and the next general election. I will do one of this about the Jamaica Labour Party in probably the next stream or another stream down the road. So this is just my assessment of the People's National Party currently. And this is what I think. Remember, tonight is about my views, my ugly truths, and uncomfortable conversation. Some things when some people don't want to say, but it's just the reality of the thing. And that is that. So, interesting times, interesting days ahead. And I mean, it is obvious that Mark and the team know say leadership, it comes down to popularity. So they are doing as much as they can, I suppose, to break down Andrew's favorability through integrity and other things. So I don't know. Yeah. Hey, Biggie Music, you are jumping the gun. You are mistaking holding them account for a political campaign. I'm not sure what Biggie asks, because I don't think Andrew has a high likability anymore. His favorability is still higher than for Mark in all the polls. So if you believe in polls, that is, I don't necessarily give much credence to polls. And thing, but I don't know. I don't think Andrew has a high. It may not be high, but it's higher than for Mark. All the polls keep. So Mark is closing the gap. And the question I may ask, is it that Mark's favorability is improving our people to start dislike Andrew? Because one of the things is that no government in Jamaica, I said this the last time I stream, will get a comfortable third term campaign. The only reason why PJ third term campaign wasn't more aggressive is because people they just done with Edward Siaga. Zine? But if you have a government in place for 2 terms, some people will start to get annoyed, frustrated, because some things, when them say them are going to do, them not do it yet. People who support the next party feel like a time for a change and all of them, something there. So it was never going to be easy. And it would be the same thing if Mark was the prime minister and Andrew was the opposition leader. After 2 terms, people just start getting miserable. People will give you a second term, but then if them see things now work out for them, them are going to start get miserable. You understand? And sometimes the vote is not necessarily a vote for the opposition party, but it's just a vote against the government because people just want to know go on. You understand? So all of these things are politics. You see me I say? Yeah, and that is what you think, DeAndre. Zane? Other people will think other things. You understand? I mean, as it relates to the because remember, you know, how these things work. The PNP people will vote for PNP. The Jamaica Labour Party people will vote for JLP. See? The people them when I decided yet are them people there I got thing. And then also the People's National Party have so many seats to swing. See? So politics is never cut and dry and black and white. That is what I have observed. I did politics and change during my course of studies, a little bit of political science as well. And as I've always said, politics is something I enjoy sitting down, looking at the thing, seeing the potential moves and them something there. It's just the nastiness of politics I like. But politics as an institution is a fascinating thing. You understand? Just like the I-Saac conversation, there will be a conversation when George Wright come back because rest assured that George Wright will be brought back into the Jamaica Labour Party full. There's no 2 ways about it. It's just a matter of when it will be announced. So I suppose there will be a discussion again about that. These are the things when I sit down and say, all right, watch a style. As a matter of fact, let me say something publicly before I forget. I would not be surprised if Marisa Dalrymple Filbert is brought back as the JLP representative for the constituency where she resigned from. You see how long down they have no political representatives? So, why is it nobody down there? They not announced nobody down there. Or they have. I'm not sure about that. But I wouldn't be surprised if she is brought back into the fold. You understand? So, interesting times ahead. The country, the voters will decide what is best for them, for us, I suppose, as voters. You understand? So, when the election is announced, it has to be next year unless some unforeseen circumstances, and we hope that none of them things will happen by way of natural disaster and stuff or any pandemic and them. So, hopefully everything is okay, and people who wants to enact a change go out and vote for the change. People who want to continue with the current government go out and vote for continue with the current government. That is the beauty of it. Everybody is free to make the choice that they want. You understand? So, very fascinating. Tonight, as I say, just me at speak out loud upon some things that I observe. I think the People's National Party is spending too much time flogging that statutory declaration horse. I guess they might try to weaken the Prime Minister's popularity, I guess. So, them will probably tell us that them do, but they did it with this house in 2016 and it has cost them. And they apparently probably haven't learned or adjust the best strategies them say, because I guess all of them have them strategies, you know, and them think tanks and all of them something there and them something. So we'll watch and see. Interesting. whichever way, I still have to put food on my youth them table, you know. So I really sit down and depend and wait on politicians. But look my own for myself. So that's why I can run with two of them. You understand? We want change. Is adequate change available though? That is the question that voters need for answer. You understand what I mean, answer, Richie? So that is why you have to go decide. Well, people have to go decide whatever do. Are you voting for a change, Zane? Or are you voting to continue with the situation because you don't think there is enough of a change on offer? People have to make that decision. You understand? As I said, I will never use my platform to tell people to vote one way or the other. People have to make that choice. What I'll always do though is whenever anybody mess up, I'll come talk about it, especially if taxpayers' money involved. Just know that, no matter who you be. You understand? I want to know that already still. Some people come here and say, me I beat the Prime Minister, so then say me I PNP, if me I beat Mark, me I Labour, right? So, we've been do this from 2016. Well, I think we started stream 2017, 2018. So, me used to that. And in videos too. So, it's neither here nor there for me. Me there same way. But, I hate that in a piece. Me not to stay long tonight. Think it was a good vibration and I'm gone. So, those are some of the uncomfortable conversations. And thing, just like the one with the People's National Party that I did, I got the one for the Jamaica Labour Party. Cause I have never seen a party waste so much political capital in such a short space of time. You understand what I say? Some silly mistakes, some moments where the Prime Minister had the opportunity to be decisive and ruthless and him pussyfoot around and go around the corner and go around one bend and come back around and no, brother. You understand what I say? So at the end of the day, vote in a box decide the election. You understand? Not chatting by internet. So we see what go on. Peeps, big up on yourself. I appreciate the support, yeah, sir. People have been asking about the interview time. As I said, I deliberately took a break and we'll be back. But I just took some time to work on me for the people that were never there. I got sick for 2 spells since here. Really sick. Still can't figure out. Have done blood work, executive profile, and I don't know, but we're still there. I have also started work. I've been working out from the 27th of August, consistently changing up my diet, losing weight, getting fit again. You understand? Getting strong again. You understand? Most of them start show a little bit and then sit there again and then sit there. So we are going up on it and get ourselves back in a position where we can take on the street again. Because we work hard, you know. We have put in a lot of work to build the channel. And that's one of the beauty of it. We put so much work in building the channel that, you know, the channel can survive 2 months without too much work. It's a blessing that. You understand? And we appreciate that for what it is and things. So we create good content and people still tune in and watch and you understand? Whilst it's not at the level that we normally work in terms of output, but we give thanks. You have to do the things smart. You understand what I say? Peeps, out of every time. I enjoy that stream here. You understand? First for a while, I come and actually talk and I feel a vibe. You understand? More time I kind of, sure, man, can't bother. But tonight I feel a vibes. Blessings in the judge and all of the people, them, DeAndre and the rest of the man, them have, you know, contending views and opposing views and different views and big up on yourself. I want to make a thing work. You understand? We're not going to always agree on thing, but, you know, we're always respectful to each other and that's how the thing goes. So, you know, big up on yourself. This is not a channel where I come impose my opinion upon you. Let me share my opinion. You know, if you take it, when we agree with you or disagree with you based on the situation. And we're good same way. We're happy. You understand? So, me enjoy. Zane, probably a call-in stream next time for hear phone views on the issues them. You understand? Phone uncomfortable conversations and ugly truths. I mean, sit down and listen and shake my head. It's not a problem. You understand? And say, yeah and no, and me not think so, and no, sir. So, we see what go on. The phone is there, everything is there, and the audio all up tonight and thing. Big music, big up yourself, you know. Zane, and thing. Lady Janet, how are you? Private figure, manners and respect, you know. Zane, and them things there. So, I go up sleep. Good night, folks. Have a good weekend. See you soon. I think giving myself a timeline probably by November month. I mean, I have interviews I can edit, so don't forget that. There are interviews on my hard drive, but sometimes, when you just take a break, One of the things, as you realize when I wear glasses, when I just start the channel, I never used to wear glasses. My vision has deteriorated a lot doing this, especially in the early days when I have some screen where I get problem and all of them something like the blue light and so a part of taking a break from sitting down editing interviews, they are 2 hours long, 3 hours long, just to give my and do apart from the fact that being sick, one of the effect was that I had a lingering dry cough for weeks, both times. So I couldn't do interview with a cough plus to kind of give my eyes a break too. So yeah, I see things that I see clear, You understand? So there, exercise is a beautiful thing. I used to live in a gym one time, I did young and nice, and then the channel came and with work and family, I kind of stopped that. I shouldn't work out of my yard, see me. I have a few little things and things. I'm just lazy to and tired there, man, and get comfortable. And I'm not so comfortable no more. So we are work on. So all of them little things there, we are work on. But we're there. I have at least 5 interviews from my hard drive and I can edit and them something there. So you know what I think. Peeps, big up on yourself. Art of love. Probably about November 1st week, I start post back interview and thing. Right now, I have an interview and I editor for about 3 weeks. I'm in Dutch about the editing because I just never feel it. I just say things. But we're there. Art of love. You know what I mean? Big up on yourself every time. I love when you answer.
5 and 4, 9 and Mr. 1 make 10.
Have a good weekend. Be careful. Be safe. Zane, manners and respect.
No matter how far them they reach them. Listen to this. Classic. We are living in a serious time.
You're rough out here now. I think them killed 2 people at a Mandeville market today. About 4 people injured. I mean, I hear myself. About 4 people injured. Fire Lucy market. Police find 4 homemade gun around one part. Some things were. I just know about a fee for the news today. YouTube take down my news last night because me use the pictures that when Darrell Vaz post from him passport, named Visa. Them say a private identifiable information. Me appeal it and tell them say me I'll provide the Twitter link. Say the minister posting picture. Them say me still shouldn't use it. So then take down the news. About 12,000 people watching news already in about 2-3 hours, Seeing? So me couldn't bother. Cause after me done work out last night, me see it and then me say, should I edit it and put it up back? I never bother. This morning, before me get Amir ready for school, me do a quick edit and should be up back. But no, you never get the traction. I still put it up back. So it's alright. So I guess next time I should know better too. But I spend hours work on yesterday's episode, it was a good episode, news episode, in terms of no whole of murder never in it and no whole of violence and them something there. So I'm not even know I am, man. So I'm not bother doing the news today. Boy, I don't know the Monica. I couldn't tell you. Yesterday I think about Ray marketing where them burn down every 3 months. And say, boy, I don't even know. Peeps. We're gone here. Can't say a strange country.
We're dying for hunger. And the little children got no mother nor no father, no. Nothing to earn. The more they live is the more they learn. The time is so serious. Cantankerous and dangerous. Yeah. And yes. 5 and 4.
Them.
I tell you.
Teach them. Reality and
the markets are not secure.
Them,
Why I don't know how to go on the market them?
Yeah, to reach
probably some combustible things I left for market them to you. So that's something I go with it.
Oh God!
Big up yourself and Adrian. The man them when you kill people them both here.
Teach them and tell them before them done war, them a push it further. We don't know who they are and them we never heard of. And but tonight don't fuss and fight. Let's get together and all. Teach them and tell them again in love we are deal with forever. Again in love you me brother. Yeah, forever and ever.
Talk to them, hero.
Again in love you me sister. Yeah, forever and ever. Teach them and tell them
When we say love, we mean that from me heart.
That the Lord teach them not to
Babes, big up on yourself. We have a showboat. Calligraphy, how are you? Lady Monica, big up on yourself, you know. Long time I don't see the one them. You understand? Hope on alright.
People do you things that make you have wicked thoughts. From it wickedness we just can't teach them and say, only use them.
I left with that one, ya peeps.
Hey man, if you know so again, they represent for the big bad, teach them. So we say teach them, entertain them, educate them and teach them.
Oh, and for the people, one of the things when I do when I kind of take a break, I kind of work on a personal project to kind of put a small sound system together, you know, kind of designed for weddings and graduations and engagement parties and anniversaries and school functions and them something there. So if you want quality audio equipment for these things, reach out to me. I'm going to collect some amount of money. You understand? We have to try, you know, build a thing. So, you know, I think, nice look machine, man. You understand what I say? If you go up on my HW media page on Instagram, you see, you know, bits and pieces of it. Nice look machine, man. Not really, you know. I mean, look a brother. I am kind of, him is a local selector, so I am really a deal. You understand what I say? So if you not get married about you need, you understand, I not kill you no, but I think they're not cheap neither. So I make you know. You understand?
Hey man, if you know so again, they represent for the big.
Plus we carry them both rough.
Entertain them, educate them and teach
So,
them all the while.
not
And
free.
never stop what you're doing. You're doing a great job. Chat the rhythm. Take a good look around us. Are we pleased with our living conditions?
So HW Media Limited, if you want to check out the machine and book the machine, clock in.
Oh no, we don't want no more bloodshed. We don't want no more youth dead.
No, you're not biggie. We just love the music, man.
Most too much youngsters and thugs and AKs and smooths. Take a look at the rainbow.
I know you have to take with time build something for your youths, you know what I mean?
You can't make life and no still I take life. Say you a murderer, one day you must pay the price. Life is so hard. Every day we see ghosts. You gotta live it up right. Are you wicked? Gun no. If it's not by police, it's by gunman. That's the way it goes. Living in the ghetto region. Teach them down in the ghetto where we born and grow. No, daddy, I just with mother one we know. Every day she say, me son, protect your life. Vampires and bloodsuckers walk day and night. Them say them a friend, them are no friend. Make the right choice. Make sure you listen to your mama voice. Not try for this, my mama, true, you walking with your crew. Make me mama cry, I does lightning for you. But if you diss me, you can get wet. That's alright, because I love we a chant every day and night. We don't want no more bloodshed. We don't want no more youth dead. They look Jamaica when we love, bring it back to what it was. Too much gangsters and thugs and AKs and souls. Take a look at the rainbow. Let's say stars and rainbow. Yeah, make life
Melody in my voice. Melody makes the music nice. Melody in my voice. Teach them full of vibes. Teach them run the town. Yes, I run the town, hear me loud and clear. They run the country and the town, with the far and near. Teach them. Well, this is Warrior King Black Emperor. Teach them, run the rhythm. Even the man, rap before rap. When I say the task of ensuring that all people full joy, the people for education, is the task of us all. You know, some boundaries, transcends all barriers. Teach them, you don't know. Let me know. Whoa, yeah. Teach them is the key for betterment in this modern time, in this modern time. Teach them is the key for betterment. Don't you waste your time, don't you waste your time. Teach them is the key for betterment in this modern time, in this modern time. Education is the key for betterment. Just open your minds, open your minds. Knowledge makes me old, it makes me strong.
I'm not tell them the great teach them, seeing reaching out to all of the family, seeing I don't know we are family man, seeing easy teach them, think we not see Everton Blender say that. Run things, them not tell them man. Bing bing boom, bing bing boom. Bang ding ding do ya ho, do ya ho. Bang ding 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 ding. Teach them is a family man working for his children. Teach them is a family man working on those things right. Teach them is the family man working for his people. Teach them is a family man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we set the things so the youth then come see so we do some work, alright. You know what I mean? People. Big up on yourself, yeah, sir. Walk good. You know what I mean? I'm out.
I want to know this one is about the program called Teach Them, where the message always reach them. You don't know, seeing Junior Cats are watching now. Big it up. Chop it, rude boy. But answer kings of kings and lords of lords, the conqueror line of a tribe of Judah. Boom shot. Rough and tough and it's getting rougher. Rough and tough and the youth them a suffer. Rough and tough and it's getting rougher. Rough and tough, teach them can't suffer. Have you ever hear a poor man talk about white squall? When hungry
exclusive for you and yours.
I last one this time.
I know say this is called mix. Teach them.
Kill a sound boy, I live. You know what I mean?
Them.
Yeah, man.
Run it. Teach them. Chili pop on petum ting, Billy pop on petum ting, Chili pop on petum ting, I'll pull up selector.
That's what I want there. Ready
Skibby. This is called mix.
Richie,
I teach them. How if you tell them?
Them time.
Call mix come for represent.
Run it. Look at brother come play some tune in the stream.
Teach them. Call mix there. Now I show you, man. Watch this. Murder, 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 them. La-di-da-di, la-di-da-di-da.
David Gibson, big up yourself in the family.
Kill them sound. Where them for, where them a do ya. Teach them a song.
Alright, no more. I have to kick off a boy face and can't know what we got. Pips! Big up on yourself, you know. Heart allow. Step with ya. Steve trouble by the gravel. Enjoy your weekend. I'm out.